Okay, the safety bar squat. I'm going to go through the setup, also the execution for proper form, so you get the most out of the exercise. Now, the safety bar squat is in most of your phase 2 program. It's a great exercise for the legs, the thighs, front of the legs, the back of the legs, the hamstrings, glutes, calves, lower back as well. So with, depending on if you're at Excel, in one of the squat racks here, or if it's another gym, should be standard setup, all right? So at Excel, I've already put the safety bar. The reason we're using the safety bar is it protects the shoulders, so you don't have to reach right back. If you've got limited or restricted thoracic upper back mobility or flexibility, then you can put a lot of trauma or tension through the shoulder joint. So with the actual safety bar, then you're bringing the shoulders to the front, so it protects any your shoulders from any wear and tear. If you're at another gym, you haven't got this, then go with the barbell and just persevere. Hopefully it'll be all good, all right? So the setup at Excel with the hooks, you've got pins, what you put in the back. So you just take out the pin. If you need to just take it out, and obviously the level's important, which I'll go through in a minute. And then once you're at the right level, then you can put the pin back in for safety. So you just push it through. But with a height, ideally, it wants to be just below the shoulders, okay? And once you've got the bar set up, then you've got to position the bench. Now the bench is there for sort of like a safety net at the bottom. If you've got the range in your hips, the mobility and the flexibility in the hips, you can go all the way down to the bench, and I will show you in a minute. The lower you go, the better it is from a muscular activity point of view. You're going to get more out of the exercise. At the same time, if you haven't got the flexibility, mobility in the hips, and you can put yourself under a risk of injury or overloading, damaging your back. So you go to the range you can comfortably do. If you can get down to the bench and sit onto it and then back up without losing form, then that's perfect. But if you can't, don't worry about it. Just go to your level, go to the height you can physically do without losing form, all right? Okay, so with the setup, with the bench, that's going to be just behind just the safety bar. And getting into the position, you want to squat into and under, squat back, and then lift up. Place the hands in the front on the handles. Elena, do you want to come around the side so I can see it? So you grab the handle, shoulders back, chest up, okay? Looking, eyes always in line or slightly up, so that promotes better posture. Okay, then you step back slightly, so you're over the bench. Feet are shoulder width apart, or just past that, with a slight turn in the feet. So we just show the position of the feet. So that's neutral, that's straight. You want to be just out slightly, about 20 degrees. The 20 degrees will help unlock the hips, so you can get more range on the way down. So executing the exercise. You want to, from the breathing point of view, you want to take a deep breath in and draw in through the belly. Execute the exercise, so you'll go down but control. So I'm just going to go through one rep, okay? So breathe in, slowly sit back into the hips, sit onto the bench if you've got the range, and then drive up and breathe out. So one more rep without me talking. And breathe out on the way back. You do your reps, and you come forwards and slowly squat down into the rack and then come out. Big mistake a lot of people make is they go down, they start rounding their shoulders. You want to bring the shoulders back, chest up at all times, looking straight ahead or slightly above, so you keep the posture, sticking that bum back initially. When you go into the squat, sit the hips back. A lot of people drop their knees forwards. So initiate the movement by sitting back into the hips. Okay, so sit back into the hips, put the weight into the heels, go down. If you've got the range, you put the weight onto the bench. So transfer your weight, body weight, and obviously the bar onto the bench, and then you drive back up. Tempo, it's either going to be a 3-0-1, which will be a 3 on the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 0. So you're not sitting down there for long. It's just put the weight on, then straight back up. 1 second on the way up. Or it'd be controlled, which is just a controlled a little bit quicker, so that's a 2, normally a 2-1, so you go down for 2 seconds then back up. If I put a 3-0-1, then it's emphasise the speed or the speed of the rep and the total time under load with the total amount of reps. That makes sense.